Hey guys. Hey guys. Welcome to another episode of Hello World with your girl Joy from Be the Difference Clothing. How is everyone doing this lovely day? How are you doing? You know, I'm here to encourage and to inspire you and also to shake you up sometimes. Yeah, I do that. Well, hopefully I shake you up. Not too much, but just a little bit. How is everyone doing? Um, I need to check to see if I'm buffering first and foremost. So let me check that. Um, okay, that's on a commercial, so I can't really check that. Hey, baby and kids unlimited, what's going on? The woo 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 babies are in the building. Hey, Candy Girl. Candy Girls from the Baby and Kids Unlimited woo 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 babies too. How are you? I hope that you enjoyed the little cooking session that we had earlier. It was fun. I had a good time doing that. My day is good so far. I definitely can't complain. I'm just over here trying to see if I'm buffering. Um, let me just let me just look real quick. Here we go. Okay, that's on an ad as well. So I can't really tell. Ooh, I got a thumbs down. Yes. I love it. I love it because that makes me feel like there's real statistics. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, I did enjoy the cooking show. Girl, I'm still full. I only had two French toasts and I'm still full. Like, that's so wow. um, so yes. Hey, Dragonfly Lady, what's going on? How are you? I appreciate seeing you. Long time no see. Good to see you. I hope you guys had a good day. Like, life is so different now. Isn't it different? Life is so different. At least for me, it's very different. Um, so, oh yes, now I see I'm not buffering. So that's a good thing. I got that out the way. Let me share out the stream. Okay, so if you guys wouldn't mind liking, subscribing, sharing, turning on your notification bells, and if you can, give me a thumbs up or down, which is perfectly fine by me. I prefer you to do whatever is in your will, whatever you feel like doing. That's fine by me. But as long as you're here, give me a thumbs up or down. Fine. Um, I just want to share this out really quickly, and then we can be good to go. There's so much going on in this world, and to be shaken up and stirred by the little things in life is just, I hope by now we've realized it's really not that important. Let's see, let's talk about it. I was wanting to talk about this yesterday, but I had a wonderful guest on. If you, hey Jeanette, woo woo woo, babies in the building. What's going on? Um, I had a really cool guest yesterday, Corey. He is on the school board in his local town. It was a good interview. I enjoyed talking to him. If you guys, just let's get some of this stuff out the way. If you guys know of anyone that may want to talk about a topic, they want to come on Hello World, I'm more than happy to have someone on. There's a join button now. So if you want to click on that join button to see what it's all about, um, feel free to do so. I can give you a little preview. I've created some emojis, and that's for you to enjoy. Another thing, I am also still looking for a YouTube model. I need one more person. So if you or you know of anyone who would like to be a YouTube model, the qualifications are you must have a minimum of 500 subscribers, and you must go live. You also have to, wear the t-shirt during your live at least some of the time. If you go live 7 days a week, or if you go live once a week, maybe once or twice a month. And if as an added bonus to me, if you can have if you have other social media platforms that you would like to, do your little model and like, you're vogued out, I'm just saying, and give me a little shout out, tag me in it. That'd be greatly appreciated. I would love that. And I will, in return, give you a free t shirt quarterly, 4 times a year. You get one free t shirt and of what I have available. And the mailing would be on moi. So that's out of the way. Hey, Julia H., what's going on? Hey, Jaden, how are you? Good to see you, Jaden. And thank you for coming up earlier, Jaden. I really appreciate that. Hey, Elisa, how are you? Rainbow Angel, welcome to Hello World. Good to see you. So anyway, guys, needless to say, I had a good day. I woke up. I did some errands. I ran some errands, and then I went cooking with Baby and Kids Unlimited. If you do not know who she is, please go check her out. Copy and paste the name into a new tab if you're on a computer, and you can find out who she is. And also, you can do the same with anyone else who's in this chat. Um, and that's pretty much it. So after that, she dropped a video. I watched that video, and now I'm here. And I wanted to talk about dead weight. So, like, nothing that we talk about is bad. It's not bad. It's basically just to bring awareness to some of the things that we carry or that we do that we unknowingly do. Sometimes we do it on purpose, other times we don't really know, right? So, let's just get an example. You pretty much feel like the same things keep happening in your life. Like history keeps on repeating itself. And we're talking about things that may be uncomfortable. Um, it keeps on repeating itself because you haven't learned why the cycle needs to be broken, right? There's been plenty of times where the cycle was brought to you and you just either participated too much in having dead weight or did not recognize the intricacies of what that dead weight meant and how you can either fix it, transform it, make it better, or to cut it out of your life. So, having dead weight doesn't necessarily mean you have to cut it out of your life. It could just mean that you need to look at something in a different viewpoint, different viewpoint, different viewpoint, different viewpoint, and redo everything again. Where do I get the book at? Oh, Jaden, if you want my book, if you're talking about, you go down to the link down below. There's a link for the book inside the description. Been there, done that. Yeah. And let's just use me as an example because, you guys can't really see it good until you hear me talk about myself, right? Who wouldn't? Right? We all want to be in the mix. I'm not going to lie. I was in somebody's chat the other day and I was sleepy and down. And all of a sudden they said, "Can I tell you a secret?" I was like, I started typing away like, "What? What secret? Go ahead. You can't leave now. You can't leave now. You need to go deeper, right?" So let's just say like a reoccurring situation keeps on stemming up in my life. And it deals with people, right? Because people are the only thing that can really drive me good or drive me bad. And it's not the people, right? It's my reactions to what people do can drive me good or bad, right? Because people will do what they are. They will systematically do they will systematically do what and who they are. And that's why when it comes to people who are hurting, you got to be a little easier on them because you just don't realize, maybe they don't realize that they're doing systematic things that keeps them in that same position. And for people who are a little well, can come around and help pick them up. You can't do well when two people are sick. So anyway, routinely, the same type of people keep entering into my life. They pretend like they care and then they disappear. How many of us have had that happen? Where people pretend like they care and then they disappear. Some people disappear just for no reason, and other people disappear because they make up a reason. Not because of you, because of themselves. So instead of placing blame on a particular person, if that situation keeps on reoccurring, you need to look back and say, okay, I see what this is. I know how it's going to play out. But how can I make this situation not become real like everything else or every other person in the past? That's where we need to figure out, why do you keep on attracting the same type of circumstances? And then if you keep on attracting the same type of circumstances, maybe you need to fix your attitude. And maybe it's not them. Maybe it's a reoccurring thing because you need to fix your attitude. So maybe you have been the dead weight in your own life. Oh my goodness. What if I've been my own dead weight, y'all? What if something inside of me has been my own dead weight? See, if you're not transparent enough with yourself, how can you become transparent enough for anyone else? Are you willing to be transparent enough for yourself to see where maybe you are the reason or you are the cause of the dead weight in your life? So, once we realize the parts that we've played into dead weight situations, when you really look at the whole entire picture, you can say to yourself, okay, I see where it comes from. Maybe people are reacting to me a certain way because of how I am presenting myself. If you're always in the business of trying to become a better person, you don't mind pointing out your errors and your ways, right? Hey, JC, what's going on? Move away. Nope, it's them. It could be, but it also could be you. It could also be you. Two, two can also play the part in the reason why things go bad. I'm good, JC. How are you? How was your day? And you're absolutely right too. On the other spectrum, sometimes people are the dead weight and you got to let them go. But you still have to reason with yourself, why is it that that same particular type of person keeps on coming? There's something about you also that could be the culprit. Is it you saying, okay, I'm going to do it better this time around. I'm going to be a better person this time around. And once you get into your situations, that's where you can be the difference or make the difference. When I was away from God, hold up, I'm raising my hand. Hold on, hold on. When I was away from God, go ahead, Alyssa, tell me more. Oh, really, JC? You only slept this today? Uh-uh. And that's another point too. How many of us allow God, or if you practice spirituality or whatever it is that you practice, how many of us allow God or whomever you believe in to come and transform your heart, to reveal to you what it is about you or about the situations that you keep on entering, knowingly or unknowingly, can be fixed? How can you then start attracting a different thing? Have you allowed God to reveal that to you? See, it's all about us all being in surrender, surrendering ourselves from the controls that we really have no control over. And then we try to control and it turns out bad. So who's the dead weight? It could be both parties. It could be everybody. Everybody could be dead weight. But it doesn't mean that we can't become better, you know? You have mm, I just I think there's nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong with realizing if you've been the culprit or realizing that someone else or some other people have been the culprit. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, let's throw in when you have a really, really malicious person. Honestly, I don't think that there are many people out there who are that malicious who will want to see you bad. I don't think that, I mean, I know they're out there, but I don't think that they outnumber the amount of people who just are a little misguided. I really don't. And if you allow God or spirituality or whatever you believe in to like resonate in your heart, it will give you intuition about certain things and about, oh, oh, you're like, oh. And then you'll just stay away. And a cool thing that I had learned to do, I always said, especially in relationships, when it came down to relationships, I said, God, if this is not for me, please make it go away. And every single time it has just gone away. And sometimes when I didn't even realize, I'd be like, oh, snap, I haven't heard from him in a while. I haven't heard from him in a long time. What happened? You know what I'm saying? And it was like, yeah, I really cared, but it wasn't for me. Hey, Pitbull, what's going on? I did that or caught myself doing that. Every one of us has some from dead weight in our lives, some form of dead weight in our lives, but accepting the responsibility to acknowledge and transform that each day is so rewarding. True. We spend so much time being distracted by, our televisions, our games on our devices, listening to listening to tea that don't have nothing to do with us, that we don't get a time to reflect and see the rewards of how much more we can function in a better way if we only understood ourselves and understood why we operate the way we do and understood why humanity operates the way it does and understand that it's not necessarily that a person is a terrible person, but that a person may just want to be like you, not hurt again or be dead weight or become someone else's dead weight. Simple as that. So, how many of us are willing to focus more on how we can be a better version of ourselves? I'm putting both my hands up. I don't want perfection. Just to clarify that, I do not want to be a perfect person. Absolutely not. But what I do want is clarity. We all deserve clarity. I want clarity and understanding, and I want to treat people better than the things and the ways that how how I've been treated, or the way I've allowed people to treat me. That's what I want. Throwing out more of your clothes to where I get to fit in a couple of bags. I have to be out of here in 4 days. I'm sorry, GW. Your landlord sold a trailer. He gave you 4 days to be up out of here and gone. So y'all just throw up a few prayers and well wishes, whatever you believe in for GW. He has to be out of his living situation in 4 days. Even though I don't understand how he could do that with the current climate that we're all going through. Family members not letting me go. It's true. It's true. And that's what I mean when I say relationships. I'm not talking about romantic relationships. I'm not necessarily talking about romantic relationships. I'm talking about any type of relationship because human interaction is a relationship. And how you take care of that relationship can make it grow or below. And if you're already in a position of being a broken person, and to a degree, all of us have some brokenness, but some of us have worked it out. You just don't want to keep on breaking other things, right? Being like, the ice pick and everything is glass. And soon as you step on that with your ice pick, it breaks everything else around you. Had a good friend make the comment to me. He's going through some things and he says he wants to have a normal life. My response was, why? And you have to make your own normal. It's true. Me, and me. It's hard, but it becomes easier when you have clarity. It becomes so much easier when you have clarity. When you set boundaries for yourself first, people will fall in line. Hey, Gina. Oh, Miss Pitjoy. He is a heartless individual that don't care about nobody but himself. It's unfortunate, GW, that you experienced one of the rotten people in this world, but I don't know what else to say about him to do that to someone. I really don't. Hey, Express, what's going on? Welcome to Hello World. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. We're just talking about how we can get rid of dead weight. And dead weight, we can't always put out the blame that it's everyone else. See, y'all thought that I was just going to say dead weight is everybody else. Sometimes we are our own dead weight. You know how many times you, do you know how many times you've prevented yourself from having the fulfillment of your own life because you decided to, what, be a little stubborn about things? What, not let go of things? All of us have fallen short, and all of us will continue to fall short from time to time. But when we fall short, when we become aware of that we're falling short, we have at that point in time the ability to say, I'm not going to do this again, and really not do it again. People will, you will attract so many other great people into your life. That dead weight to you, it won't even be a situation. Alyssa, I hope that your family can see whatever viewpoint that you have about whatever it is that's going on between you guys and understand and see you in a different way. That way you guys can function better. You know what I mean? Have gotten in your own way. Yes, we all have. We all have gotten in our own ways. We have all gotten in our own ways. Sometimes more than not. I know I've got, when it comes to relationships with other individuals, I've gotten in my own way because I guess the underlying parts of me just doesn't want that rejection. Hey, remember? That's that resounding bell that keeps on ding-a-linging in our heads sometimes. Rejection. Don't nobody want to feel it, but it happens sometimes. Rejection. If you think of it differently, it might not happen the way it used to be. So, if we remove the dead weight in our own self from our own selves, then maybe we won't look at things as rejection. Maybe we will look at things as a reflection and see, like, hey, this is the way we're going to handle this and be upfront. Now, let's just say you've done all that you can to become a better version of yourself, and it has nothing to do with you. Then you won't take it so bad. You'll see it for what it is, and it won't even necessarily become a dead weight, right? Because dead weight is something that festers. That's when it becomes dead weight. It festers and weighs you down. So therefore, it can't be dead weight if you've already see it for what it is and not allow it to press on you. Ooh, you get it? None of us is perfect and have our own set of fear, but knowing it and seeing it and admitting it is how a huge step in the right direction, hun. Hey, Takesha, what's going on? Welcome to Hello World. I've done, I have done all I can to become a better version of yourself. And that's all you're responsible for doing. And when you have done all that you can, your life will turn. Like, so currently now, I've been only attracting good people in my life. And even when I've been on YouTube, I've seen nothing but goodness. I don't care what anybody says. I have not had a bad experience on YouTube yet. Everybody that I have met on YouTube has had a great impact on my life. They have, and I'm dead serious, have had a great impact in my life. Sometimes there's been a little, only a one particular case. I believe there's just a little misunderstanding, but it doesn't mean that it hasn't been great. Misunderstandings can always be fixed, but as far as bad, I haven't. And I attribute that to working on myself daily. I attribute that to my light is only shining for things, for good things to come. I just got out of prison literally days ago. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're out. I'm glad you're out and doing well. And you know what? Now that you have, now that you're out of prison and you're doing a lot better, I hope that you will be, hey, Foo, what's going on? I hope that the remaining parts of your life, you'll see how beautiful life is because of the air that you breathe, the nature that you see, and also just because you're beautiful. And that knowing that you're beautiful, you just want other people to see how beautiful life is. You want everybody to see the reflection of what you see. So no longer having dead weight means that you won't allow those situations to come into your life to become dead weight. And the minute that you see the same type of situation happening, you'll know better. Miss Joy, that is why I'm bound and determined to get where I'm going because y'all have helped me out of my little hidden area and helped me to have more stability to push forward and do something for me. In God's power, I'm going to move forward and I'm going to find me a place in Tennessee and I'm not going to give up. I know that's right. Never give up, never give up, never stop giving up. I just say this to you guys. I absolutely I appreciate all of you for coming in and just for even just deciding that you want to have a better life. Upon respect, much respect for you. That's right. So now that we've looked at dead weight, can we see that it's not always people that are dead weights? Can we see that you won't have a dead weight in your life anymore once you realize what's coming? Once you realize who you are, once you've worked out on whom you are, when you've worked out who you are, it's so hard for dead weight to really come. Yes, I do too. I don't know. I just feel great about life. You know, I feel great about life because becoming aware of who you are is possibly the best thing that you can do, right? Because if I don't work on being a better version of myself, how can I go around and tell people that they can be better versions of themselves? If I don't talk about having dead weight or me being a dead weight to my own self, how can anyone feel comfortable admitting that they could possibly be their own dead weight? How is that possible? How, if I'm not transparent, will that help anybody, especially my own self? It's not going to help. How can I say I want the world to be in a better place? How can I say that what I see and the viewpoint of the world that I see isn't so bad? How can anybody believe that if I haven't worked on that and see it for myself? How is that possible? Oops. How is that possible? We have our worth, self actualization. Yeah, thanks, sis. Yeah, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I know that's right. I don't know. And the more transparent you are with yourself, the more desirable you become. Like that sweet aroma. Like I don't know how many of you have been to church or believe in God or whatever, right? I can only talk from that point of view because I used to go to church all the time. I was raised in church. So the aroma. Oh, thank you, Jay. Oh my goodness. What's going on? Wait, hold on. We got a new member, got a new member. JC has joined the family. Yes. Okay, back to that. If any of you had ever gone to church, what up, D family? His house. If any of you has ever gone to church and believed in God or whatever the case may be, they always talk about be a sweet aroma to God, right? You are an aroma. And if your aroma is sweet, people will gravitate to that. And when people gravitate to that, you can help them become even more sweet aromas, right? If you like think about Vicks Vapor Rub, right? When your nose is all clogged up and stuffy. You take one sniff of that, the aroma from the Vicks Vapor Rub automatically takes out that congestion. Imagine you being that aroma that can declutter some things in people's lives. But it only works when you work on yourself. Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to admit that you have been the own poison of your own life for so long? And that poison has poisoned you to the fact and the belief that everybody else is bad. Now, it doesn't take away the fact that there are some things that happen in our lives separately, individually, like that we don't have control over. People do things to us sometimes that are just the worst. It can happen. But at the end of the day, we can become sweet aromas. And how comforting will it be for someone who has no one else to turn to run into you and say, oh my goodness, you really, really help relieve a pain that I had no idea I had, or a pain that I just could not express because I didn't know who else to talk to. That's the sweet aroma that we all have the possibility of being. And just by admitting to yourself that you have been your own stumbling block is more than life. It's more to life. There's more to life than just to, for me, it's more than just being here on YouTube and seeing everybody in the chat and just like, it's all cool. I love it. I do. But at the end of the day, if I can at least encourage one person, if I can't at least encourage one person, whether in the chat or anyone watching a replay or watching in the bushes or whatever you want to say, if I can't encourage at least one person, then it's all in vain for me. I love humanity. I've grown to love humanity, even with the bad stuff. Yes, I've grown to love humanity, even with the bad, because I can see that sometimes the bad is just reactions to, I'm just done. I'm fed up with everybody pushing me around. I'm fed up with always having dead weight. I'm fed up. But if I can just say, hey, it's not always everyone else. Have you centered yourself? Have you given yourself a chance to heal? Have you realized you needed to heal from whatever it is? If I could be that one little sweet aroma for one person, I'll be on YouTube forever. I won't mind. You know what I'm saying? D family. She was on parent patrol, teacher patrol. Everybody was asking about you. But imagine that. So think about dead weight in a whole different light. Love you, Joy. That's why I joined the Joy Club. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for joining. We are family. Dun, dun, dun. I got all people with me. Ooh. I will never give up on humanity. No matter how hurtful I allow things to bother me, or how, okay, let me rephrase that. No matter how I allow things to bother me from time to time, it's my control on how I react to things. I hold myself responsible for that. I can't hold anyone else responsible for that because I don't know where they're coming from. And it's not anyone else's fault. And I also have to remember, just because someone says something to me, that doesn't mean that they meant it in the way that I received it. It takes a lot of thinking, but don't overthink too much. But I just say that to say that I will not give up on humanity. That I'll take my last breath saying, I love the world. I don't know, whatever. But I want us all to have that spirit inside of us, that fight inside of us, to realize that we can be the best. By being the best version of ourselves, we can make our world so much better. And every day it is getting better, but we need to let our light shine. We need to turn off the noise. We need to not allow the noise to have that. We need to not allow the noise to be louder than our shine. We need to not allow the darkness to be brighter than our shine. We have so much power. If you guys were here last night, Corey said that he got into office because the people band together and got him there. He didn't have the financial means to campaign the way, normal campaigns do. You need at least 20 G's for like a decent campaign. He didn't have that, but the people said, we are banding together. We want you there because we know you're going to speak for us. If we all did that for each other and for our community, the world is a better place. Let's speak life. The world is not as bad as we are getting information. Wicked people do exist. I'm not saying that they don't, but they definitely do not outnumber us. One person can penetrate 20 people. Imagine you have 10 or 15 people penetrating all of those people, and all of those people turn around penetrating some other people, another 20, another 20, another 20. Light will always shine through darkness. Always. Y'all saw it. If it's dark and I put my teeth out, you're going to see shine. Yes, JC, what's up with that? Yes, he did the emojis. Yes. Hey, I love it. Where purple at? Okay. You thought you would get off just because I didn't do it earlier. Purple rain, purple rain. Dun, 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 dun. Purple rain, purple rain. Dun, 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 dun. I said purple rain, yeah. She got the hammer, and the wrench. Purple rain, purple rain. Yes. Hey, girl. That's the hammer. She will cause contact. Don't bother her. I don't know if 6ix9ine is still here, but I just want to encourage you. Shoot, you got out a few days ago from prison and you came out at the right time because the whole world has stopped. And because the world has stopped, man, you can do your music in a different way. You can definitely do your music in a different way. You can bring so many people together. So if 6ix9ine is still here, do your music in a different way. And keep on letting your light shine. And anytime you feel you're defeated, anytime you feel that you may be lost, turn to whatever you believe in, whether it be God or whatever it is that you believe in, the source that is going to give you power and give you light and love, a source that's never going to not leave you or forsake you. Everything else can leave and forsake you, but just remember, you have the power to create music that is going to be amazing and beautiful for everyone else. So if you're still here, 6ix9ine, I hope you feel that. I hope you receive it. And I hope you run with it and do great things. Hey, Chloe, what's going on? Love your color to ear. Yeah, girl, these are mustard and ketchup earrings. Chloe, good to see you again. Angel, the ripple effect. Yes, like that butterfly effect. Y'all read that book, The Butterfly Effect? Think about it. When you have a bad day, you black out on people when you have a bad day. You black out on people by accident, right? Because you can't hold in your own anger, right? And guess what? You black out on other people and then they start to get mad and now they're all sad and now someone else says something to them, it triggers them and they black out on someone else and then they keep blacking out. It's a rippling effect. But if you turn around and realize how much power you have in your own emotions, oh my goodness. I love watching your videos. It's uplifting for me that you, I tried Candy Girl. Candy Girl, you are my world. Sorry. Every time I see you, every time I see that name, I think of that. And then you remember that movie, Candy Girl. Oh, Candy Girl, that horror movie. Those are the two things that I think of Candy girl. That's what I be thinking of. That horror movie. So I always say those two things go through my head when I see your name. I don't even see the whole gardener after that. I just be like, Candy girl. I just be all I just be all in that horror movie. And then I get that song in my head. hmm But guys, in all seriousness, when you say dead weight, think of dead weight possibly being your own self. Think of dead weight being something that you allow into your life, right? And think about it this way too. When you've worked on yourself, you should already know that you're only going to attract what you are worked on or what you have worked on. If you worked on that hurtful part of yourself, all of that hurt is gone. And you'll start attracting things that are beautiful and more loving. When you've worked on whatever other area in your life, you'll start attracting the opposite of whatever you've worked on. Good comes from bad. Oh my goodness, good comes from bad. Good comes from bad. We don't always want it to be that way, but it does. But it's up to you to decide whether good can come from bad, right? So, once you've realized you've worked on yourself and all that good stuff, dead weight can't exist in your life unless you allow it to enter. If you allow it to enter into your life, then whose fault is it? I'm talking about when you've recognized and you've worked on yourself. Whose fault is it? I'm all about us becoming more aware of ourselves, and how we interact with each other. We got to at least start getting it right. All of these little miscommunications, these little mishaps that we have in our lives, they need to minimize. They need to become very minimal. They need to become very minimal. Because if we're not operating at our optimal capacity, if we are not operating at our optimal capacity, we will always continue to bump heads. And the days of accepting bump heads as that's just life, we got to let that excuse go. We have to let that excuse go. I care about life. I care about this earth. I care about each individual. I care about when you hurt. I care about when you're happy. I care about when you're going through sorrow. I care about when you're going through your excitements. I accept all of us for all of our indiscretions, all of our ups, our downs. Because guess what? I want somebody to accept me for my ups, for my downs. Well, okay, let me say, I want people to accept me for my ups, for my downs, for my indiscretions, for my lack of doing something right, for my when I've done something wrong. I want people just to accept joy for who joy is, imperfect in every way. I only want people I only want people to be accepted for the way that I would want to be accepted. That's important to me. So for every bad moment in our life, if we don't want it to be if we don't want it to happen to us, let us consider it and not do it to others. You guys are beautiful. You are amazing. There is no mistake about you. Come on now. We all have done things. And I'm not even putting a measuring stick on what we've done because we all have done things. We all have done things. We all want peace. We all want we want to be accepted. There is not a human being in this world that does not want to be loved or accepted, even the terrible ones. They may not understand what love is. They may not understand that feeling, but there's not a living creature that doesn't want to be cared for. So let's hold ourselves at a higher standard so we can do our work and be the difference. Your soul is beautiful. Your soul is amazing. Your soul can do so many great things. You have control over that. Try doing the better than the worst. You have control over that. Unless you're demon possessed, you have control over that. That's why you're beautiful. That is exactly why you're beautiful. And oh my goodness, when your soul is glowing and shining, imagine that. Imagine how many people can be positively affected. Imagine all of the people that are just waiting for you to do your thing so that they can become a little free or a little less hurt. And then you won't have to worry about dead weight. You won't have to worry about that kind of stuff. It won't have that much of an effect on you because you're too busy trying to help your community. You're too busy trying to be the better version of yourself. Hey, JY, what's going on? Thank you, JC. I know Octavia got to be out there somewhere. Octavia, if you're there, hey, girl. I am here every single night between 7 and 9. We talk about everything and anything. Hopefully we've all gotten something out of it. And I hope that you individually work on yourself so that collectively we can do so much more. I hope that you believe in yourself that much more, that you are the difference, and that you're aware that every little step that you take, you can affect someone. Every little heart you take, you can make it better. Yeah, she was there. Okay. Okay, JC. Um, so every little step and every little breath we take, it's up to us to do better or worse. Anything that is preventing you from being the better version of yourself, work on it. If it means a lifestyle change, gradually change. But notice that you need to change. Want that change. If it's an attitude of judgment, adjustment, work on it. If it's hurt from your past or your present, work on it. We have these breaths that we take in and out. Let's stop doing it in vain. Let's do it with purpose by building our communities, building our society. Let's be the difference. I have merch if you'd like to purchase. If you look at the links down below, I have inspirational books, t-shirts, hoodies that glow in the dark, onesies. I have socks that will knock your life off. And all things in between. I'm gonna do a giveaway, and also, guys, the vision board. Let's do our wrap up. There's gonna be a vision board thing. I think I want to do it next week. So if you want to be a part of the vision board live, I'm gonna put it on StreamYard. So when you finish your vision board, if you want to share it with everybody, you're more than welcome to. If you want to come on the panel and do one with me, I can explain to you. I'll explain it to you right now what a vision board is. It's basically putting ideas and pictures and symbols and whatever of what you want the next few months or the next year or however many years you want to do it in advance for to see come into your life. So it's a vision. Visions become clear when you see them and you're writing it down. So you're actively participating in making your vision crystal clear. So that's one thing. I want to do that next week. Let's do it next week, Thursday. So all you'll need is an oak tag. So if the next time you do your grocery run or if you order something, you need an oak tag. If you want to make it colorful, make it colorful. Get a magazine. One old magazine will do fine. And we'll start building that vision board. Hey, Donna Ray, what's going on? Good to see you. We'll start doing our vision boards together. And it's about us building a better life. I want that for everyone. I want all of our dreams to come true. I want it. I really do. I really do. I want you to be happy. I want your soul to be happy before you take your last breath. I want it to be like, dang, your life was refreshing. I don't want people to die in pain. I don't want us to have pain, that kind of pain that we've been dealing with. I don't want that to happen anymore. Got to let that go. Got to cut that out. Cut out that dead weight and that portion of our life that may be dead weight. Cut it out so we can be new and we can float in the air the way we're supposed to. So we'll do that next Thursday. Spread the word. We'll do vision boards next Thursday, 7:30. And don't forget, I'm looking for a YouTube model. All you have to do is have a minimum of 500 subscribers. You must go live and also be able to wear a t-shirt sometime in your life, one day or two during your lives. Shout a sister out if you have social media. Cha-ching, 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 all that good stuff. And then last but not least, I have a join button. As you can see, JC is in the family. You can join and have special emojis only you can have as a member. So you have many options. I appreciate you guys for being here with me. I care about you. Whether I know you or not, I don't care. If you breathe in and out, that's important. If you hurt, I want you to hurt a little less. If you love, I want you to love more and for other people to see your love. Yes. So I appreciate you guys. I thank you once again for giving me a little bit of your time. And I hope you do come back again. I'm here every night between 7 and 9. So that's the time that I go on, 7 and 9 Eastern. And my name is Joy from Be the Difference Clothing. And I am signing out on another episode of Hello World. Yes.